and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton, and today we are ready to play baseball. My guest is Jeffrey Scott, the General Manager of the Peninsula Pilots. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I am great. I love seeing you guys because when I see you, that means it's time for the Pilots to play.
Right. I know everyone's got to be getting excited. The weather has been atrocious the last month.
It's like been cold and rainy, and so for opening night, let's make a prediction.
I know, no
it's
doubt.
It's going to be beautiful, right?
I hope so. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep praying. Hopefully we'll have some great weather. I think I read in the paper a couple days ago that in the month of May, 22 days into the month, like 14 of them have been rain. So
it's like 3 times as much rain as the average. So we are ready to get outside and to sit on those bleachers and to listen to wooden bats.
There you go.
And
good music.
Drink a frosty beverage, have a hot dog or a cheeseburger.
Absolutely. We're excited too.
So you guys, you work all year at this.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
It's hard to believe because it's a 2-month season. It's this very compressed 3 to 4 or 5 days a week games at home, and of course you play almost every day.
Right. What a lot of people don't realize is that it does take about a year for this process to come together. We get our schedule in late September, early October, and then at that point we go out to our sponsors, starting to seek sponsorship, working on ideas for promotions, getting players lined up. The players get lined up in early September, like literally right after our season finishes. Hank is on the phone calling players, trying to get guys to come in because they want to put that to bed during that part of the year.
But that's got to be fluid because the college players, play in the spring, and that can change the game. They can do better, they can do worse.
Absolutely, no doubt. And that's always a challenge. In fact, right now, what we're trying to find out is who's going to be coming and when they're going to be coming, because you have playoffs that are happening, you got guys that get injuries, so it's a lot of
and that's probably where Hank and Henry are.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So it's a year-round process, and not only that, we have other events that we have at the stadium, whether it's the Newport News Apprentice School playing their college season, other baseball tournaments that we have. So it's kind of a full calendar. So we don't dedicate all of our time to pilots in the off season, but most of it is there because we have some other things that we have to work on, field related.
So let's just explain to people. The city owns the field, War Memorial Stadium, historic, wonderful old ballpark.
Right.
Lease it to the Pilots.
Correct.
And you guys manage it.
Correct.
So when the Pilots aren't there, you have a kickball.
Yep, we have a Wednesday night kickball league that's in the spring, summer, and fall. We host. We're in the middle right now of hosting the Penn South High School Baseball Conference Tournament. We just finished up a reggae concert a couple weeks ago. We had a funk concert in the fall time. We do high school baseball on weekends, travel baseball on weekends. The apprentice school's college season, our season. We try to fit in a lot of events there, because the best way for us to utilize the facility and to help the city out is to book events and then have people come stay in hotels and create that extra dollar being spent in the city.
Right, and the Pilots, that's the biggest part of that. Even though it's just 2 months, it is constant. You guys are either on the road or there's a team here almost every night. I think you used to get Sundays off, and you don't even get Sundays off anymore.
We don't anymore. In fact, I had a conversation. I was talking with my wife the other night, and we were joking because I think I'd gotten home 8, 9 o'clock, and so she was asking what my schedule was, and I said, oh, well, this night I'll be home here, and this night roughly around here we got all this going on. She goes, yeah, I'll see you in September. I said, all right, sounds good. So it's kind of a rounding joke that's kind of the way it is. Baseball season comes, and that's where our time's devoted.
She sees you at the field, I'm sure.
Absolutely, she does. She comes out to all the games and brings a little one with her, so that's great. But we just kind of have that joke that, hey, we'll fix whatever needs to be fixed around the house in September now.
Mm-hmm. So Jeffrey, how long have you been with the Pilots now?
So
you're a fixture.
I appreciate you saying that. I've been there since I interned in 2005 to finish up my degree at James Madison, and then the next year they hired me on as an assistant GM in 2006, and then I kind of turned the role into general manager when Hank left from that position to go on the field to start coaching the team roughly about midway towards the end of the 2007 season.
Now, it's my understanding, and obviously I'm a Pilots fan, so I don't really know that much about the other teams. And I know some of them are okay, and they probably have a few fans, but there's something special about the Pilots. Even though it's a college league and the players come and go, it feels different.
Right.
And our fans fill the stands.
Right.
Why?
Well, I tell you what makes it different is the fans, in my opinion. I mean, those guys are really what makes Pilot baseball who we are, because they're the ones who are buying the tickets. They're the ones who are buying the concessions food. They're the ones creating the atmosphere, the energy that our guys, enjoy. And it's just that there's so much of a community about that, that the guys, when they go back to school, I can't tell you how many of them tell other players, hey, when you're looking for a place to go play this summer, tell coach you want to go play at Peninsula. And it's just about the way our community takes care of our guys and really gets to know them and really makes them a part of the Hampton community.
Now, I don't think people know that necessarily either, but these kids live with Hampton families, mostly Hampton families during the summer.
Right.
You take them in, you feed them, which I bet is quite a hefty cost because they're athletic.
Yeah, so the deal there is they do. We have any of the local guys will, come home and stay with mom and dad for the summer.
Right, and we usually do have a few of those.
There is. And then the rest of them, we have a list of host families that have, a lot of them have been with us for a long time. They'll take in anywhere from 1 to 3 guys, at some houses. At one time before I got started, I remember there was a woman that I think she kept 5 or 6, one year.
Holy cow.
But they it's kind of cool because it gives them someone like their summer son to come to the ballpark and root for every night. They treat our guys really well though. When we're not playing a game, they always find an opportunity to take them somewhere around town to to grab a burger or some seafood or something like that to eat. And it's really cool. I mean, it's something about that kind of makes this whole college summer thing, what it really is. And so again, the fans really do make, who we are and what we have going on.
And to me, it's this, kind of throwback to the past where you have, the open bleachers that are somewhat uncomfortable and you have to bring a cushion. You have the wooden bats. You have kids running around everywhere.
Non-stop.
It feels like this real safe, old school community environment, but it's also modern. You've got the kids play area, you've got some of those attractions that Major League Baseball is using that make the field not just the baseball game, but a whole lot of other stuff going on at the same time.
We do, and we really appreciate our fans for, there's a lot of things that you said that are nostalgic that they have to deal with from a game-to-game basis, like the restrooms and, some of the little small nuances that we have around the ballpark.
It's an old park.
It is. And so there will be a lot of that. I mean, I can't tell you the wooden,
if it rains.
No, it's not. And there's not a whole lot of drainage out there when it rains. All things that are, kind of in the future light that the city is, taking wind of and would like to help us out with.
I would say yes. Bring a stadium chair.
Right, yeah, I mean, yeah.
if you're over 40,
chair, right? But I can't tell you how many people do like that. I mean, we've talked about at one time putting chair backs in there, and there was a lot of folks that were like, "No, we love the old school wooden bleachers look," and it kind of brings that old history and nostalgic feel. And what really happens is that a lot of these folks that are now in their 30s and 40s will come to the ballpark and talk about how their father brought them out to the ballpark when they were 10 to 12 years old, and they can remember coming in and watching, some of the old professional baseball that was going on. And so that's our goal now, is to hopefully the 8 to 12-year-olds that are coming in there now will one day be able to, come back and say the same thing when they're, 40, 50 years old, that they remember coming to the Pilots.
And you guys do a lot with little leagues and scout group. I mean, a lot of people just bring their kids, but I see, groups of kids dressed alike every time I go.
We have a heck of a program that Riverside Health System sponsors. It's our baseball buddies. It's an opportunity for kids to come out and hold their end of the season party at our facility. We get them on the field to take the field with our team for the national anthem.
It's so cute.
It's a hit.
Just so cute. And let's remember that's girls and boys.
Exactly.
Not just the boys.
Yep. That's right. Softball and baseball. And it's I'll call it not quite chaos, because we'll have as many as 5 or 6 teams out there. It feels like the more the better. And so when you got the little 6 and 7-year-olds that are looking to go on the field, and all of a sudden a kid comes and he goes to second base, and you only want to send 3 of them, and then there's like 8 of them that just run out there.
So it's
so it's just like, let them go, let them have fun. So it's really entertaining and cool.
Well, the other thing I want to note is that there's the game time, but it's worth getting there an hour early for some of the pregame stuff and staying until the bitter end. And,
no doubt.
You know, if you have a kid and the kids get to run the field and all that, you know, you feel like you participate. I guess to me that's the difference. I don't go to watch the game. I go to participate in that larger experience. And then also I don't have to cook dinner because y'all have the world's best cheeseburgers.
They are good cheeseburgers.
They really are.
So that's the deal. We want people to come early because there's always something that we have going on, whether it's an option to sign up for an on-field game that we have that night, whether it's to hear some pregame music that we have, to see some players warming up on the field, see Slider running around the ballpark.
Love Slider. And Slider Jr. now?
Slider Jr., yep. Catching finding a good seat in there, where there might be a breeze. And with everything we have going on during the game, if you stay to the end, you catch all the promotions. You get the chance for the kids to go out in the field and run the bases, catch an autograph from one of our guys. So we like to keep things going from the time our gates open to the time we close up and head out of there. And it's funny, you talk about a lot of people are in the same, do the same thing you do in that they come out for the entertainment. And half of them will leave the ballpark, and we may have lost 8-2 that night, and they have no idea. They'll walk out, and Henry will be at the gate, thanking people for coming out to the game that night, and they'll say, he'll say, "I'm sorry, our boys didn't play any better on the field," and they're like, "We lost the game tonight," and they're just more about talking to the person to the left or right, or seeing some friend they haven't seen.
The community's out there, I see my whole neighborhood more at the game than I do in my neighborhood.
Right, exactly.
But yes, and we should say, Hank is the coach, and he's the son of Henry Morgan, who's the owner.
Correct.
And Henry's owned the team for about 15, 16 years now.
Yeah, since 2001.
And he likes to call himself caretaker.
Caretaker, that's right. That's right. He feels that the community owns the team and that he's just the caretaker of the team. And we do that because we like to get input from our community when we do some things out there. So that's why he feels like the community needs to take ownership.
Now, one of the best reasons to get there early before used to be Home Run Holly.
Right.
And we were all very sad when she passed away, but she would, run the bases and then jump up at the end. And it was just such a great tradition. And we're very sad and we will miss Holly, but
we have a new dog that we're going to have this year. Home Run Hershey is the young dog's name. He's about somewhere between 1 to 2 years old, I believe. We actually got him up from the Gloucester Matthews Humane Society. Rick from Coastal Dog Training, he got a phone call from the group up there saying, hey, we have something you might be interested in. So he immediately called Henry up and said, hey, we want to go look at, let's go look at this young guy. And so they went up there, and he's just as cute as can be. I mean, just spunky and energetic and very smart. I mean, the first time we went and met him, I mean, he's definitely smart. So they've been in spring training for the last couple months, and coming by the ballpark, kind of every other day or so to do a quick run around, and he's doing a really good job. So it'll be interesting, and he's been doing it now with nobody in there.
Opening day, it'll be packed
when
too.
There's several thousand people in there, it'll be interesting to see how well he does. But we're going to have fun with it, and I think it'll be a hit. And a lot of people came out to the ballpark just to see Holly run the bases. So I think they'll do the same thing for Hershey because I think they'll really enjoy him. So he's got some other things up his sleeve too that he's going to train Hershey to do. So
it's always good to look forward to whatever is new.
Right.
Now, for opening day, the City of Hampton is one of your sponsors.
Correct. That's right.
And I'm just going to do a shameless plug here for the first 200 or so people, as long as they last. We have your Choose Hampton fans.
Yep.
And the early customers at the Tiki Bar can also pick up a Choose Hampton koozie.
That's right.
So, let's celebrate
no doubt.
the Pilots in our hometown of Hampton.
Absolutely. We really appreciate that. Anytime we can give stuff away to our fans, we really enjoy that. So thank you for.
And opening night is?
June 1st.
This Wednesday.
This Wednesday versus the Edenton Steamers. Game time is at 7:05. Our gates will open about 5:30. We're going to have a 4-piece Dixieland band in there playing some old school baseball music as people come into the park. And we're excited. We're looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. I can't wait. I was so excited when I saw the tweet that said, just one more month, and I thought, finally, it'll be here.
Right, no doubt.
Now, the one thing we haven't said is, and this partly makes up for the fact that you're sitting on uncomfortable wooden bleachers with questionable parking facility.
Right.
It's a good family price
to
go to these games. You guys haven't raised the rates. It's
nope.
$5 for the average person,
right,
general
$5
admission.
for adults, $3 for seniors and children 2 through 12. Active duty military get in free. All they have to do is show their ID and they get in free, and their dependents are a $3 ticket. Same ticket price. I mean, it's been the same price since I've been there for the last 10 years, and I believe it's been that way ever since Henry took over in 2001. He's never raised the ticket price. We feel like we want to offer a very affordable place for families to be able to bring their group of 4 or 5 out there and not break the bank and allow them to be able to come back a couple games later.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And again, the other reason to feel good about not cooking and eating at the concession stand is you guys usually have Navy guys working that who earn money for their causes and things like that.
Right. Yeah, they're all volunteers. Fund. We have a couple of subs from the Newport News Shipyard that come up and help us. The Delaware and Indiana are with us this year.
So it's a benefit, really.
It is, correct. Yeah. It's
not me being lazy.
No, it's they come up and they volunteer their time, and then we help them out by making a contribution to their MWR fund so that they can go have a Christmas party or whatever kind of fun that they want to have. Right.
They're stuck there, so
yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's great. I will see you Wednesday.
Absolutely. Can't wait for it.
Can't wait. And I hope to see you Wednesday, too. Pick up some cool swag from Hampton, watch the game, meet the community, eat a great cheeseburger, enjoy the tiki bar. You really can't miss. And it goes on all through June and July. So if you miss opening night, there's plenty of opportunities to catch up. Thanks for watching.